Mr. R wanted us to learn, and Ayala, Katie, from his 4th period chemistry,
to an A.
We've learned to an A
level.
Yeah. The following concepts in chapter 15 through 18 of our chemistry book. This is not an inclusive list, but my selection of concepts from each chapter that we will remember. So for chapter 15, I learned that surface tension can be explained by water's ability to form hydrogen bonds.
In chapter 15, I learned that a suspension is different than a solution because the particles are bigger and they don't dissolve as fast as solutions.
In chapter 15, I learned that the structure of ice is like crystalline, almost like there's spaces between the ice because they're polar molecules, and that's what allows it to float on water, because it's distance.
In chapter 16, I learned that the factors that determine the rate at which something dissolves are agitation, temperature, and surface area.
I had the same concept as her.
And I learned that 2 ways to express the percent concentration of a solution are volume over volume and mass over mass.
For chapter 17, I learned that in an endothermic process, heat is taken into the system, while in an exothermic process, heat flows out of the system into the surroundings.
In chapter 17, I learned that heat flows from a warmer object to a cooler object.
In chapter 17, I learned that enthalpy is what we use to determine what we use to determine the change in heat in a chemical reaction, and that we can measure that with a calorimeter. There we go.
Okay, we're on chapter 18?
Yes.
Okay. In chapter 18, I learned that the Gibbs free energy change is negative in a spontaneous process because the system loses free energy.
In chapter 18, I learned that the rate of a chemical reaction depends upon the temperature, concentration, and particle size, and the use of a catalyst.
In chapter 18, I learned in an equilibrium the amounts of reactants on products on either side of the equation remain constant unless they're upset by changes in temperature, pressure, or in the concentration of the reactants and products on either side.
Chapter 19, I'm just kidding. That's all we got.
Yay!